Islam, the goat f***ing religion. Don't believe me? Well, let's look at the Quran, Hadith, and the Muslim scholars. Let's read. Quran 42:11. Creator of the heavens and the earth. He has made for you from yourselves mates, and among the cattle mates. He multiplies you thereby. There is nothing like unto him, and he is the hearing and the seeing. The big issue here is the subject doesn't change. He has made mates for you from mankind and the animals. This is also supported in Quran 70:29 through 30. And those who guard their private parts except from their wives, or those their right hands possess. For indeed, they are not to be blamed. Quran 23:5 through 7. And they who guard their private parts except from their wives, or those their right hands possess. For indeed, they are not to be blamed. But whomever seeks beyond that, then those are the transgressors. But wait, I hear the Muslims. But my Quran has bondswomen or slaves in the brackets. It couldn't possibly mean animals. Well, that only works if you're unfamiliar with the Quran. You see, those words in the brackets are added. They're not in the original Arabic itself. Now, the original Arabic does tell us what someone can possess. Quran 3:14. Beautified for people is the love of that which they desire, of women and sons, heaped up sums of gold and silver, fine branded horses and cattle and tilled land. That is the enjoyment of worldly life, but Allah has with him the best return. Well, this does include animals, but what does the Hadith have to say? Sunan Abi Dawud 44:64. The Prophet said, if anyone has sexual intercourse with an animal, kill him and kill it along with him. I asked him what offense could be attributed to the animal. He replied, I think he, the Prophet, disapproved of its flesh being eaten when such things had been done to it. But wait, let's look at the next hadith. Sunan Abi Dawud 44:65. There is no prescribed punishment for one who has sexual intercourse with an animal. Additionally, Mishkat al-Mashabi 35:86. He reported he has said, there is no prescribed punishment for one who has intercourse with an animal. So Muslims, when the hadith are split and you're not really sure, who do we turn to? We turn to the Muslim scholars. Let's see what they have to say on this topic. Imam al-Nawawi, in one of the most respected commentaries of all time, he says about Sahih Muslim 34:9, our companions have said that if the penis head has penetrated a woman's anus, or a man's anus, or an animal's vagina, or its anus, then it is necessary to wash, whether the one being penetrated is alive or dead, young or old, whether it was done intentionally or absent-mindedly, whether it was done willingly or forcefully. If a woman inserts into her vagina an animal's penis, she must wash. And if she inserts a detached penis, the most correct is that she must wash. Ayatollah Al-Luza Khomeini's book, Taylor Vaslet, issue 23, the animal which has had intimate intercourse done upon it, if it is of a type that one wants to eat, like a sheep and a cow and a she-camel, then it is wajib to slaughter it, then burn it. And the doer of the intimate act is fined its value to its owner, if he was not the owner. And if it is of a type that one wants to use, its back to carry, i.e. a beast of burden, or to ride, and its eating is not customary, like the donkey and the mule and the horse, it is taken out of spot in which it was done to another county and sold in it. So its price is given for unsure, the doer of the intimate act, and he is fined the value if he was not the owner. From the Little Green Book. If one commits the act of sodomy with a cow, an ewe, or a camel, their urine and their excrements become impure, and even their milk may no longer be consumed. The animal must then be killed as quickly as possible and burned. Well, according to Muslim scholars, you have to pay the price for the animal. Unless you're the owner, then, well, there doesn't seem to be much punishment. Even modern scholars such as Dr. Zakir Naik have this to say: a man is still considered pure when he releases his lust with a sheep or a goat. If there is no woman, there is no lust or sexual sin. Then the animal becomes tainted and must die. So says the Prophet Muhammad. Well, it seems that medical doctor Zakir Naik sees nothing wrong with bestiality. Let's see what Sharia has to say on this topic. Reliance of the Traveler, 012.3. And whoever has intercourse with an animal, or a dead or a live woman, in the area below the private parts, or a female slave, some of whom he owns, or his sister, who is owned by him, or has intercourse with his wife in the vagina or anus, or masturbates with his hand, or you, the woman, there is no punishment for him, and he will be punished. And even this fatwa here says that it is halal but disliked. Sex with animals before the mission, Islam, was widespread, and many narrations are narrated that it is halal but makruh, disliked. And on the compulsory precaution, one should abandon its practice that may cause self-harm, and you must admit this to the owner of the sheep and pay the owner. Minor and DeVos, Professor Emeritus of Anthropology at the University of California, commented that among the Arab tribe cultures, bestiality with goats, sheep, or camels provides another outlet. These practices are recognized as common among boys. Historical and cultural practices on zoophilia. Serving History, a 19th century Arabic literary work, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, highlights the prevalence and history of bestiality among many Arab tribes. Robert E. L. Manners, Forbidden Sexual Behaviors and Morality, The Julian Press, first edition, 1966. A popular Muslim saying that the pilgrimage to Mecca is not complete without copulating with a camel. So is this all my sources? Is this enough evidence? For some, maybe. But let's be honest, we're not even close. And this here is really the nail in the coffin.
تبارک و تعالی چند قسم حیوان خلق کرده. یک قسم حیوان خلق کرده برای اینکه مردم وسیله سفر باشه براشون. اسب، شتر، این حیوانات چارپاست که مردم ازش استفاده میکنن برای سفرهاشون. این یک قسم حیوانه. یک قسم حیوان خدا خلق کرده که وسیله غذای مردمه و اون مثل گاو و گوسفنده که خدا اینها را خلق کرده برای اینکه وسیله غذای مردم باشه. و یک قسم حیوان خلق کرده و اون زنها و خانمها هستن. اینا عین گاو و گوسفند هستن، حیوان هستن، ولکن و خدا خلقشون کرده برای استفاده مردها، فقط واسه که مردا وحشت نکنن این زنها را به شکل خود انسان خلق کرده، اگر نه اینها عین همون گاو و گوسفند و عین همون اسب و شتر و الاغ هستن.
So women are classified as animals in Islam, and even Aisha, Muhammad's wife, agrees in Sahih Muslim 512d. It was mentioned before Aisha that prayer is invalidated in the case of passing of a dog, an ass, and a woman before the worshipper when he is not screened. Upon this, Aisha said, "You liken us to the asses and the dogs." And in Sahih Muslim 512e, "You have made us equal to the dogs and the asses." Because women are classified as animals, and of course under Sharia law, being gay is punishable by death, the only sanctioned sex allowed in Islam, according to itself, is bestiality. Just some food for thought. Well, Muslims, if your reaction to these teachings from Muhammad and Muslim scholars is this,
brother,
there's nothing wrong with you. Your moral compass is working correctly. The issue is with Islam itself and its teachings. They are not moral. But your moral compass is there because God himself put that in your heart. A God who loves you and wants to know you and have a personal relationship with you. Someone who loves you so much they're willing to sacrifice everything just for the opportunity to get to know you. If you'd like to know more about this God, pick this up, read it for yourself, and see what he has to say to you. As to the other viewers who are watching it at this point, you can either select on this video here, subscribe here, and thank you to all the members. Thank you for contributing and keeping this content going. If you'd like to contribute as well, you can click the join button and share this video. Let us grow closer to Christ together.